This story is very old. It was around 1890. This story is from Girmit village of Reva. Now only God knows how true or false this story is. We have heard this story from the elder scion of our village. One night in 1890, Ram Bahor was the watchman of Desuka village. In fact, he had come from Nepal and settled in this village. His job was to guard the village. In return, the villagers used to give him some money and a year's worth of grain for living. Ram Bahor was from an area of Nepal where the people were under Chinese influence and the entire village had become atheist and did not believe in God, nor follow any form of worship. Ram Bahor came to Girmit village of Reva in 1886 and started living here permanently with his family. The village landlord had given a small piece of land to build a house. Ram Bahor had been guarding the village for the last 4 years without any problem. During this period, he did not face any kind of problem while on guard duty. But for the last 3-4 days he was very worried because the cattle of the farmers were continuously going missing in the village. Many people of the village started doubting Ram Bahor and started blaming Ram Bahor for the disappearance of the cattle. Therefore, there was a lot of pressure on Ram Bahor to either confess to the crime of theft or to reveal the mystery of the disappearance of the cattle to prove himself innocent. Ram Bahor now became more alert and started keeping watch in the village. Ram Bahor had increased his vigilance further. Then one night he saw a faint sound. He entered the village very fast. Ram Bahor also ran towards the sound and found that the sound was of a person sitting on a horse. After looking more carefully, he understood that there was a horse and there was also a human sitting on the horse. But that person's head is missing. Ram Bahar got scared and gathered courage to find out the truth and jumped in front of the sound. Now he was standing in front of that figure, and that figure was standing in front of Ram Bahor. Ram Bahor had seen it correctly. In front of him was the torso of a man sitting on a horse, and the head was not there. That sound suddenly flew into the air and disappeared somewhere. Ram immediately knew that it was a spirit and not a living person. But for the last 4 years, he has been keeping watch in this village every night. But he had never met this sound. The next morning he told this to the entire village at the chopal. Most of the villagers were not believing what Ram Bahor was saying and were accusing him of misleading the people by making up a story to hide the theft. But there was a master of the village who told that just last month, a small group of Englishmen was staying in a nearby forest and they had an encounter with the revolutionaries in which all the Englishmen were killed. The leader of that troop also died due to beheading. Now, after listening to the master, other people of the village also started believing to some extent what was told by Ram Bahor. Ram Bahor became even more scared after listening to the master. At first he thought that it was some lost soul who had come to this village and would soon go back. But when he came to know that this soul had died near this village, he felt proud because it directly meant that now this decapitated ghost was not going anywhere. He would keep wandering around this village. The next night, Ram Bahar was keeping watch with fear and was trying his best to remain hidden at some place so that he would not face that moving ghost. But near the place where the watchman was hiding, there was cattle. Some herds were enjoying Jugalbandi, enjoying the soothing coolness of the summer night. Then that beheaded ghost came there and started leaving, holding a goat calf and hanging it on his horse. Meanwhile, hearing the sound of Ram Bahor, the ghost stopped there. Ram Mohan looked towards the hiding ghost, but the horse of that moving ghost was just standing there. Then Ram Bahor heard the sound of someone breathing near his ears. Ram Bahor was scared. He was fully confident that at this moment the decapitated ghost was standing right behind him. Then he turned back unwillingly and the ghost caught hold of his leg and threw him on the ground with great speed. Strange, scary sounds started echoing in the atmosphere. That ghost was roaming around Ram Bahar like the wind and was making very scary sounds. Ram Bahar was in bad condition due to fear. He had lost his senses. Then he remembered one thing said by village Pandit Rashbihari Tiwari, which Pandit ji had said to Ram Bahar this morning itself. Rash Bihari Tiwari had told Ram Bahar to recite Hanuman Chalisa immediately if he encountered the ghost again. Ram Bahar was living in this village for 4 years. Every person of the village used to read Hanuman Chalisa in the evening. Therefore, despite not wanting, Ram Bahar had remembered Hanuman Chalisa. Ram Bahar immediately started reciting Hanuman Chalisa loudly, and as soon as Ram Bahar started reciting Hanuman Chalisa, that decapitated ghost took the kid from there and disappeared. After the ghost left, Ram Bahar breathed a sigh of relief and thanked God. And he decided that he would no longer live in this village and would leave the village as soon as morning came. It is said that whichever village Ram Bahar visited, the beheaded ghost also followed Ram Bahar. Finally, after many years, it came to light that Ram Bahar started worshipping in a village temple and started living as a priest in that village temple, and ever since he started living as a priest in that Hanuman temple, he was haunted by that moving ghost. Didn't bother. But that ghost was never seen again in the Girmit village of Rewa, and after the departure of Ram Bahar, no cattle ever went missing from that village. Friends, we must have heard this story often from our elders in childhood. Now only God knows how much truth is there in this ghost story. Do tell us by commenting below what you think about this ghost story.